most people think that in order to be happy, you have to never work again, like it's this disgusting thing, and that you have to eat good food that literally destroys your health, and you have to watch movies in order to enjoy yourself. And so they indulge in instant gratification activities over and over again for short bursts of pleasure, and they cope by calling it happiness, when it really is just destroying your mental health. It's a widespread misconception they want you to believe, and it's... Bro, shut the hell up. It's such a widespread misconception that they want you to believe, and it's honestly pretty sad when people say they need to watch movies in order to tell themselves that they're happy. In this video, I will share with you everything that I've learned about happiness, and I will condense it all down into 6 interconnected pillars, which I named the 6AC framework. This is basically all you need to get happier and stay happy for the rest of your life. People overcomplicate this happiness thing and trying to be happy yourself way too much. I've done the research, and it all comes down to these 6 interconnected pillars, which if you implement, you will conquer happiness and you will never have to worry about being unhappy again. Let's get into it. So the first step of the 6AC framework is gratitude. You conquer happiness by being grateful about the things that you already have. There's a quote which I like a lot, which is from the book The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, and he says the pursuit of positive experiences is itself a negative experience. And that is completely true. When you think about all the things you don't have, you're obviously going to be more unhappy. You need to be grateful and need to think about the things that you already have, and you need to appreciate these things more. These also release the scientific things which contribute directly, which are directly linked to happiness. So this is from an Andrew Huberman podcast. He's a famous doctor from Stanford, and being grateful is such a vital skill that you should be learning and leveling up and implementing every single day. So the to-do for this gratitude step is to do gratitude journaling, where you write down 5 to 10 things you're grateful about with paper every single day for the rest of your life. You don't need to go that extreme and write down with hand every single day, because you're probably not going to be able to be consistent with it like long term. You might have the motivation right now to do like a couple of days, but I guarantee, because if you don't like enjoy it and it just gets boring, you're gonna eventually like fall off and other things are gonna get into play. Instead, you can do what I do and instead just name 5 things in your head, like consciously name 5 things that you're grateful about every single day. In the mornings, in the nights, it doesn't really matter, just some things. Slowly it will turn into a habit and you will get much better at being grateful and just in general appreciating the world more, and you'll see yourself like in real time getting happier and happier. The second pillar is accomplishments and progress. This is, like I said, interconnected, and it links to the previous pillar in that the more accomplishments you have, the more progress you're making. Obviously, the more things you're gonna have to be grateful about. People who have accomplished a lot of things are obviously naturally more happy because they have more things to be grateful about. The to-do is to have something that you can accomplish stuff in and make progress in that thing. So this can be, for example, studying for getting the best grades in your life. Learn about that thing, level up that skill, make progress in that skill, and slowly you'll see accomplishments. You will accomplish like an A grade or something, and that will make you happier. It will give you a thing to be grateful about, and you'll be happy that your past self put in the hard work and actually did the stuff required to get the future you, the present you, to where he is today. So make accomplishments and progress in your studies and grades, in the gym, whatever it may be. Just make sure you're making progress in something every single day, and that you have accomplishments in which you can be grateful about. A note is that you don't need accomplishments to be happy. Like, you can still be like the most humble, noble man ever and just be grateful about like nothing. You can be grateful that you have an arm, because I mean many people don't, and that's something you can be grateful about right now, and that will make you much happier. The third pillar is being in a flow state. This is commonly referred to by athletes as being in the zone. This is when you're fully engaged in a task that you're doing. You're fully drawn in, you have no external thoughts, and you can put your entire divine focus straight into the task. It feels as if like nothing else in the world exists but just you and this task, and you just lose track of time. This is what happens when you get into a flow state, and you have probably experienced this. One of the best things that us humans can get into is what's called a social flow state, and it's when, let's say, you're with your friends or family and you're talking and conversing with them, and it's just you have no thoughts, you're laughing, you're joking, you're having fun together. This is when you're completely in the flow and you're fully present in the present moment. This is a beautiful experience, and I want you to experience this flow state thing at least once every single day. That will make you much happier. The fourth pillar to being happy is delaying gratification. Now, I have to include everything about being happy, and delaying gratification is definitely one of the more stronger pillars in the happiness equation. So delayed gratification is the opposite of instant gratification. Instant gratification is when you do stuff that gives you pleasure right now. So for example, watching movies. That is an instant gratification activity because you're watching the movie right now, it's giving you pleasure and happiness right now, but your future self is gonna be mad and sad that you did it, and he will resent you for wasting time and watching movies instead of, for example, doing a task or let's say an English homework that you needed to do. Delayed gratification is completely the opposite, and it's where the present self does the hard work right now so that your future self can enjoy and reap all the benefits. This is what makes you happy. This is what makes your future version of yourself have so much pride, and he will look back and thank your present self for putting the hard work so that your future self is where he is now. This is one of the best forms of happiness, and this is why most young kids are like depressed and stuff now, because all they do is scroll on TikTok and reels and stuff, and that's insane instant gratification. They mess up their dopamine receptors, it ruins their mental health, and it's also instant gratification because every time you swipe you're getting a little short burst of happiness, and it immediately goes down more than what you started out with. So let's say this is your baseline happiness, right? You're over here, and then you decided to open up TikTok, okay? You see the first TikTok, it goes up, it shoots up, and then it goes down, and then you scroll again, it shoots up, but then it goes down even more, and it repeats, and it slowly goes down. And then once you're done with your fucking 2-hour scroll session, you end up with a way less baseline of happiness than what you were. Yeah, so from now on, do less of these instant gratification activities and do more delayed gratification activities. For example, hitting the gym and doing the hard work and lifting the weights right now so that your future self can enjoy the benefits of an aesthetic body. The fifth pillar to us being happy is who you spend time with. There's this popular quote, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and it's 100% true. If you're always around negative people who always transmit negative energy and bring you down all the time, you're gonna be less happier as a result. It's obvious. But if you're around positive people who bring you up and they challenge you, and there's male competition, like friendly male competition between you and your friends, and they're positive about it and they bring you up, that's gonna lead to you being much happier. If there's someone in your friend group that you don't like, just completely cut them off, okay? You don't need them. Choose friends who are good for you and are actually not bringing you down with being negative all the time. And if there is a certain quality about them that you don't like, or that it is making you like physically or mentally more unhappy every single time, then just tell them. Effectively communicate it with them and they will stop doing it. Alright, the sixth and final pillar to being happy is your health. This is arguably the most important pillar. If you don't have good health, you're not going to be happy. You can be a very successful man, okay? You can have a lot of accomplishments, a lot of progress, and you're implementing the other parts of the 6AC framework. So you're grateful about these accomplishments, and you have a good network, and you get into flow states, and you delay gratification for even more. But if your health is bad, if you're too sick in a bed to actually like enjoy everything, then you're not going to be happy. Health is probably a foundation. Now you've got the mindset, your mindset is now healthy. But a healthy mind cannot live inside a healthy body. So health should be a priority right now. It is the foundation of everything. Improving your health improves everything else, and it makes you more happy. On an ending note, I want to say that the more you think that you're unhappy, and the more you think that you need to do something to be more happy, and that you need to improve your happiness, the more unhappy you're gonna be. Don't worry about being happy, and instead just try and apply some of these steps of the 6AC framework, and after a while you'll realize, like on a random day, you're just generally more happier. You'll look back at your present self and be like, bro, what the hell was I worried about? Of course I'm happy. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe if this helped you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.